Hey guys, it's Salty Snail here, aka Zenny, aka the literal worst person at keeping a video schedule.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the SPADE Life podcast. We are here with a very special guest. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Zenny. I also go by Salty Snail, and I'm some British YouTuber who is really bad at keeping an upload schedule.
Well, I can't even argue with that because I barely do what I'm supposed to do anyway on my main channel. I've been doing good on the podcast the last couple weeks. I've been posting every Monday, but not on my regular channel. Yeah. Regular channel's dying.
See, I've got ideas for videos. I have, just unedited stuff as well, but I'm hardly ever at home, so it's difficult for me to actually find time to edit, and then when I do have the time to edit, I just end up procrastinating so much. It's been, 3 or 4 weeks since I uploaded a video last.
See, the difference between...
I'm a little bit behind.
The difference between you and me is, your sub count has already passed that threshold. So
yeah,
if you could just start snowballing any day now. Your subs can just start growing the more you post now. And
yeah,
and this is the time you chose to stop posting so much.
I know, it's kind of ironic, really. I think I just had the motivation to get started, right at the beginning. It's not that I don't have the motivation now, it's more my life situations are so much different to how they were when I started the channel. I've gone between so many jobs in this last year, it's actually insane. That's why I've gone for long periods of time just not doing anything, because I've been all over the place myself. Whereas now... Sorry?
Whereas now what?
Whereas now, I work in a school, so you would think that I would have more time to actually edit stuff, since I have the whole evening and afternoon and my weekends and all the holidays and stuff, but no, I choose to spend my time getting high and watching random shit on Netflix, because that's just what I do, apparently.
So now you have all the time in the world, but you just... choose to do something that's a little more fun.
I guess so.
So what do you do in a school?
In the school, I'm a teaching assistant, so I'm in the classroom, I help the kids out with their work if they need anything. I can do one-to-one stuff with them, but I'm not actually leading the lessons.
So let's talk about your channel. What's your channel about?
My channel, originally it started off being kind of in a similar style to Grade A Under A. I don't know if you know that YouTuber.
Yeah.
It was quite a similar style to his, but then it kind of changed. I originally did rant videos, opinion videos, and satire stuff, whereas now I'm sort of branching more into the story times and that kind of area, because it's just, I feel like I have some funny experiences in my life that I might as well share with the world.
Yeah, I was looking at one of your last story times about a guy in a safe who did some things with
my Lord.
Personal item of yours.
Yeah, oh boy, that's bringing back some memories for me.
I'm guessing not the best memories.
No, not really, but also not the worst ones.
What?
It's still kind of an awkward middle.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this one real quick, and then I want to hear something worse than this. So,
oh god.
How long did that relationship last after that?
Altogether, we were together for about a year, but after the thong incident, that must have been about 7-8 months into the relationship.
So you lasted about 4 months after that?
About that. It was a few years ago, so it's kind of hard to remember. And it was a long distance relationship as well, so it was a bit it was a bit different as it was. Like, he was from like another country in Europe, and I'm from the UK. And this, like, obviously happened when he was visiting the UK. Oh boy, that whole relationship, though, was just a mess. Like, the thong incident was one of the better moments of the relationship. That's how bad it was.
So in a brief small description, why don't you tell us what the incident was?
Oh, the incident that I talk about on the channel. Basically, I had to, like, where he was coming over to visit me in the UK, and I was getting dressed because we were doing adult things, and I couldn't find my thong, and it turns out he'd locked my thong in the safe, and when he got the thong out of the safe, because I couldn't reach it because I'm really short, he decided to take it out, and I'm not even going to say that he sniffed my thong. He inhaled my thong. He attempted to snort it like it was a line of coke. It was ridiculous and disgusting.
So it almost became the new YouTube challenge? Like, snorting thongs instead of snorting condoms?
Challenge.
Because you know they're all snorting.
It sounds a bit jank.
They're all snorting condoms now. So
I know. I don't get that. That's, like, really dangerous.
Yeah, it is, and stupid. So
and Uso's eating Tide Pods.
Yeah.
So
I mean, out of those three, if someone had a gun to your head and I had to choose one, I would sniff the thong because I don't want to snort a condom or eat a Tide Pod because those sound terrible. So it lasted 4 months after he inhaled your thong.
Yeah, pretty much. I know. It was one of those things where I didn't exactly know how to end it, because being online, I didn't want to end the relationship over a text or over a call, but they were really my only two options, since I wasn't going to go over to visit him or ask him to visit me again just so I could break up with him. So it was just finding the right time and finding the best way of deciding that it was over. I mean, the thong incident wasn't the reason I decided to break up with him, but it kind of helped me go in that direction. It didn't make me want to stay with him.
How was that not the reason? Like, that should have been one of the main
reason
reasons.
Was he was cheating. That was the main reason.
That's crazy.
But
he was cheating,
the
and
thong,
that means that he was probably sniffing other people's thongs too.
I feel sorry for him.
Oh, that's terrible. But like most people, like, you didn't know how to end it. I know a lot of people who would have just ended it that day. Like, they would have just left and said bye.
He'd come over from another country to see me. That was my dilemma. Like, I couldn't just end it there and then when he still had like a couple of days in the UK.
It sounded like he came. It sounded like he came over to assault your underwear.
I mean, yeah, that probably, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't put it past him.
That's what that whole visit was for. He just wanted to assault your underwear.
He just wanted to make me feel really uncomfortable and give my thong a little sniff.
Yeah. So what is possibly worse than that?
Like, worse stuff that I've, like, gotten up to, or just bad because I've got a good few, but a lot of them are very much illegal. So I'm just trying to think of the best one that I can share.
Well, if you already did it and they can't get you for it now.
Yeah, no, this is true. Oh god, okay, I'll share a pretty funny story about the first and only time I've ever done edibles, because it was utterly tragic.
Are edibles illegal there?
Yeah, smoking weed is illegal in the UK still, even though I think it's stupid. It's so much safer than drinking.
Yeah, it's people eat edibles around here all the time.
You can get edibles in the UK, but I don't know how legal they actually are.
So let's hear this edible story.
Oh god, it's a lot worse than the thong one.
Speaking
this
of-
is more like my fuck up rather than someone else's fuck up.
Speaking of edibles, I think you should be very lucky that your thong wasn't edible that day.
Oh god.
Because he would have probably eaten it.
He probably would have done anyway, like... Regardless, he's a bit of an animal, not gonna lie.
Okay, so your edible story.
My edible story. I don't know how many of my videos you've seen, but one of my friends who makes a regular appearance on my channel is someone who goes by the username of I am a white whore. He's the like dark-haired guy with brown eyes. He doesn't live in the same area that I do. He goes to uni somewhere up north. And me and one of my other friends, who is also in a couple of my videos, he's the dude who wears the horsehead mask, we're gonna go up to visit him. And neither of us had ever done edibles before, and just, like, that was one of the things that Whitehall was saying. He was saying, oh, if you guys come up, we can do edibles, it's gonna be a good time. So we were pretty excited for it. We made some brownies, and both myself and my friend Affixin had a big brownie each. And it was fine. We waited about 20 minutes. We hadn't gotten high at all that day, so we were a little bit... But this was sort of evening time. We just wanted to be high. Obviously, with edibles, you don't feel it straight away. We just wanted to get high, so we thought we'll speed up the process by having another one. And this was before the first high had even hit us. So we both had another big one each, and we'd never done this before, so obviously this was a stupid thing to do, as I learned. The first brownie hit. Things were pretty great, like we were just monging out. I think we were watching Rick and Morty or something. You know, life was good. Life was chill. I felt really happy. And then, I just remember, Affixin and myself, we just turned to look at each other at exactly the same time. We just both said, oh shit, or like, oh no, because we both felt the second one hit at exactly the same time. I felt like my whole body was on fire, like every time I moved even slightly, so I just laid perfectly still. Like I couldn't move, I was just like a log, and I like kept trying to turn over to my friend, and I was just like, is my body okay? Am I okay? Am I alright right now? And he's like, yeah, no, you're fine. I can't feel my legs though, so we were both fucked. And then I thought it would be a smart idea, because I had serious munchies, to order £80 worth of pizza, which is like probably about $90 to $100 worth of pizza.
Wow.
And I don't know how I managed to get up to actually collect the pizza, but we got the pizza, we ate it, things were good. But then I can't remember what happened for about an hour, but then I remembered that I felt like I needed to throw up. So I get up somehow, again, don't know how. Whitehall had gone off to see one of his friends, so it was just me and two of my friends in the room with me. Like, one of my friends was just sitting away from us, like she didn't want any part of it. So it was me and Affixin just high off of our face. I go into the toilet because I need to vomit. So he's holding my hair back, I'm like ready to vom. And you know the feeling you get when you're vomiting that you kind of need to shit?
Yeah.
My need to shit was more important to me than my need to vom at this moment in time. So I got up, I turned to Affixin and I said, look, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna want to look away. I just pulled everything down, I start shitting right in front of my friend. We're both baked as shit. And then I fucking pass out. while I'm having a shit on the toilet, like, I kept zoning in and out, so, like, I was falling off the toilet. So my friend had to hold my head upwards to help me shit.
That sounds like a really, really good friend to hold your head up while you're shitting.
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, he's my best friend, and it's like, oh, the male best friend, there's something going on. There has never been anything in the years I've known of Vixen between us, and if there was anything at all, after that night there was definitely nothing, because he's literally seen shit come out of my arse. That's how I know he's a true friend, you know. But the thing was as well, it all felt like a dream, because I'd had so much weed in the form of edibles. I thought I was dreaming. Apparently I then crashed out for about 12 hours. But when I woke up in, like, well, it wasn't even the morning, I think it was like 4 p.m. the next day, I just turned to my friends and I was like, guys, I had the wildest dream about me having a shit last night. And they were all like, nope, that happened. It all happened. So yeah, that's probably like my most embarrassing moment.
Wow.
A lot worse than the thong incident, but something that I'm probably never going to share on my own channel.
Well, thank you for sharing it with me.
I mean, no problem. Like, first time I've spoken to you, I'm a little bit high and I'm telling you about the time I shat myself in front of my friends. This is great.
Hey, and that's how we become friends, because you share your shit stories.
Literally.
But, like, with edibles, the very first rule of edibles is you're supposed to only just eat a piece. Like,
I know.
Not even a whole thing. You're just supposed to eat a piece, because no one knows how strong they are.
Oh, I know how strong they are. I've been way too scared to try them again. Like, I know that I would not do what I did last time, but
I would hope not.
He is still there.
Who's gonna help you shit next time?
Exactly, I've got to make sure that a fixin's there.
So did you not end up vomiting? You just gave up
No,
on the
I didn't vomit, I just shat.
So it all just came out the other end.
Yeah, basically, that is what happened.
I have a question that I've been wondering. I don't know if it's... Well, obviously you do it a lot, but what's up with the mask?
The mask, oh yeah. Okay, the mask started because I felt like I really needed to make a video on one particular day defending one of my internet friends who has a hate blog about her on Tumblr. So I just felt like I needed to post that video, and I don't know what it is with my skin, but I have really, really dry skin on the bottom half of my face. And it's really noticeable. It's like I've stuck the bottom half of my face in coke. It's just white and peeling off like constantly. It's not always like that, but a lot of the time it can be. And my face was particularly bad on that day, so I just stuck the mask on because I thought, at the time I had blue hair, so it actually worked quite well with my blue hair, the blue mask as well. And then just after that, it's just sort of a almost self-conscious thing. I just don't want people to see my disgusting peely face on YouTube, and that's why in a lot of the pictures that I send to people on selfies, I'm covering my mouth just in case it's showing. So yeah, that's why I have the mask, really.
Okay.
Just learning some really weird stuff about me.
Hey, that's what this is for. This is stuff people would never even know about you, and now they get to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you guys not have cocoa butter there?
Cocoa butter? Yeah, no, we have like different moisturizers and stuff. Like, I have tried so many different products.
Did you try Vaseline?
Oh, I have, but I mean, it helps for a bit. I just think I may actually have a problem with water retention. Oh boy, all my medical problems coming out. Yeah, I have various, issues with my body, and one of them is potentially water retention, which
just-
is probably why I get so dehydrated a lot.
Let's just name all your medical problems now.
Oh gosh. The main one is something called hereditary hemorrhagic telangiectasia, which is a very fun one to say. Makes me sound all fancy and smart when really it's just, no, my blood vessels aren't formed properly.
That sounded like a Dr. Seuss book.
It does a bit, actually.
And you said it makes your blood cells not form correctly?
Yeah, my blood vessels aren't, like, formed properly, and I can have breakthrough bleedings and stuff, and I've got a higher chance of, like, my organs just deciding to bleed out, basically. It's pretty fun.
This just got dark.
It did get a little bit dark, but I always seem to do this to people. Oh boy, there's this meme that I have on my phone that actually sums me up perfectly. I'll send it to you. I don't know if you want to like stick it in like post editing or something, but it is literally me in a nutshell. Why have I got, hold on, I'm just scrolling through my phone and I'm seeing just about 40 to 50 pictures of a cup of coffee.
Of the same cup of coffee?
Yeah, the same cup of coffee. It's like practically the same picture. Oh, one of my friends grabbed my phone the other day and I think she just decided to take a bunch of pictures of a cup of coffee.
Alright, it must have
That's
been a
brilliant.
very interesting cup of coffee.
It was a pretty decent coffee, actually.
Was it half empty or half full?
I hadn't been drunk out of at this point.
So it's fresh coffee. You always got to get your
Yeah.
pics of fresh coffee. That's
It's from Starbucks
straight
as well.
straight on the Instagram.
You know what? That might be one of my next Instagram posts. Just typical white girl posting stuff on Instagram about Starbucks.
Yes, make sure you put hashtag Chipotle.
Yeah, I will do. Even though it's Starbucks. Oh, here we go. I found the meme.
So, you sent that meme very quickly. But what are your future goals on YouTube? Like once you get off the couch and start watching Netflix.
Well, for a start, I'm normally in a bed when I'm watching Netflix.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
Let's get
I want to actually get it back into like the motivation that I had at the very start of making my channel, where I was definitely uploading once a week and stuff. And I'd like to do more story times and kind of get into vlogs as well. Like, I've been trying to vlog over these last 2 weeks, but I just keep forgetting to. And when I'm around people, I'm not on my phone. So I just don't think, oh, I should be vlogging this right now because it's really good. It just doesn't really come into my mind. But I do want to get into that. I want to do more story times. I want to do like more satire stuff, because I actually had 2 ideas at the very start of my YouTube career, I guess. Not really career, because I've been on YouTube for a lot longer than Salty Snail, but I did a lot of satire stuff, and I also did this little series with my friends called Drug Puppets, and I would like to gather them all back together and start doing more drug puppets, because we got 2 episodes filmed, but I have written the script for episode 3. It's just no one has been free at the same time to actually film it.
I'm trying to think of what drug puppets could be. Like, is it puppets of drugs or puppets on drugs?
Both puppets on drugs who are puppets of drugs.
Yeah.
It's basically... Now, I'm not sure where exactly or why I decided to come up with this idea. I think I might have been high at the time. It's about this bee called Benji. He's curious about drugs. So 2 of his friends get him into drugs. And he then becomes gay for his drug dealer. And then shit just starts to go down from there. So that was basically the whole idea of drug puppets. That was where it came from.
I think it. I think
And
it
I've got
takes
no
you.
idea where I want it to end.
I think it takes you about 3 seconds to get dark.
It does. Like, I would want the episodes to start off like really just funny, silly, like kind of shitty editing, but then as it goes on and on, Benji's actually going down this dark spiral of drug addiction. It's a bit like Llamas with Hats. That's kind of what I wanted to go for. Like,
Nice.
it starts off kind of funny, like, he just stabbed someone, and then it gets to the last episode and he's like, he's killed everyone. That's what I want to go for with Drug Puppet.
That's kind of like those "Don't Hug Me" videos. Have you ever seen those?
Don't hug me, I'm scared. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It's kind of like those. They start off all nice and funny, and then they just get super dark.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I want to do with Drug Puppets.
Yeah, I would watch that.
I want to do more commentary videos as well. That's something that I want to get into. Mostly because there's a lot of YouTubers that annoy me, so...
Yeah, I kind of feel like that you'd have a lot of stories to tell.
Oh yeah, but like I said, a lot of them not exactly legal. And I'm a bit worried about like if my family or my work discovered my YouTube channel. And I'm talking about drugs, like the time I was nearly kidnapped. That was just a really dodgy situation. Like the time I was shitting in front of my friend because I did too many edibles, like, or my near-death experiences because I met up with some dodgy person online. Like, you know, I can't really share a lot of these things. So the story time would be, like, those kind of things would be stuff I would come back to if my channel ever got big, like big enough so that YouTube was my only source of income. Then I could talk about all the dodgy shit I've done.
I mean, you can feel free to share them on my podcast.
Oh boy, we could be here for a little while.
I mean, like, let's just bust it out right now. Every Thursday, story time with Salty Snail.
All the time Salty Snail nearly got herself killed.
I think that could kick off very well, because all your stories sound extremely interesting.
Extremely interesting and extremely concerning. Like the amount of like times I just assume that my friends, like the majority of my friends, have all told each other stuff that I've gotten up to. So the other week when I was meeting up with one of my friends, and then I just out of the blue like mentioned the time like I was nearly kidnapped, she was like, wait, what? You never told me this. Like, what do you mean that happened? And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that happened like 2 years ago.
See, now I just want to hear all your stories.
I mean, I'm glad that someone does.
Now,
I'm glad.
I'm gonna bug you every day now so I can hear all your stories. Just so you know that.
I should do a whole series on the amount of times I've had a dodgy Uber driver. That's something that I could probably start.
Have you had a lot?
Because they're pretty interesting stories.
Have you had a lot of them?
Oh yeah, like even today, like I'm currently at my boyfriend's house because everyone goes to bed super early at my house and everyone's up late at his. So that's why I'm doing the podcast here. When I was on my way here, the Uber driver decided to run a red light just as the car was turning out right in front of us, and I seriously thought I was gonna die.
And what did you rate him?
I haven't actually rated him yet. That's a good point. I'm probably still going to give him 5 stars because I feel bad if I don't. I mean, he still got me to my destination, and I didn't die. So
he almost
maybe a
didn't get you there. Got to take off half a star for the almost. Maybe a 4.5.
I'll give him 4 stars.
There you go. For almost killing you.
Yeah.
So, how many colors has your hair been? Because I looked, the first thing when you look at your page, I see like 20 different videos and almost all of them have different color hair.
Okay, my hair, let me think. It started off just normal brown, Not the same brown that it is in my most recent videos. I've not seen my natural hair colour in like 2.5 years now. I went from brown to blonde to grey to like a lilac to pink to blue to brown and then to red and then back to brown. I think I actually made a little picture a while ago showing all my different hair colours. I'll see if I can find it. But it's been quite a few different colours.
How long were you blue?
I only had blue hair for about 3 months, I think. I was just spending so much money on hair dye, I just couldn't keep up with it.
That was a really cool blue, though. I like that blue.
I know. I miss my blue hair so much.
Now, we're going to dive into your first videos that are on this channel. And you're gonna explain some stuff. I'm gonna give you the title, and then you explain to me what the heck's going on.
Okay, we'll see if I can describe what the heck's going on.
All your thumbnails for your first 8 videos are actually pictures of a snail.
Yup.
So, the first one I'm gonna go through is your pet peeves.
My pet peeves. Oh, I'm actually trying to remember that one. I think it's just in that video I'm talking about stuff that gets on my nerves.
What gets on your nerves the most now?
Oh boy. People who post on their Snap stories saying that they're really depressed, and then when you ask them, hey, what's up, do you want to talk? They say, oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, if you don't want to talk about it, don't fucking post it on your story that you're sad and depressed. Like, you clearly want attention. Don't then brush people off when they start to give you the attention. Like, that gets on my nerves. So I think that might have been one of the things that I was talking about in my pet peeves. Another thing that really gets on my nerves, when plug sockets are left turned on when there's nothing plugged in them. That bugs me so much, and it always has done. Like, when I was still in school, I went round one of the computer rooms just turning off all of the plug switches that were left on.
Why does that get you so bad?
Sorry?
I said, why does that get you so bad?
I don't know. It just looks like it shouldn't be on when there's nothing in it. That's just not right. That's not how it should be. It's like if a restaurant was open and serving food, but they had the closed sign on the door. That's basically what that is. It's like, why are you saying that you're closed when you're offering food? Actually, no, it'd be more the other way around. If it was closed, but it's saying that it's open, it's like, why does it say that you're open? You're closed. There's nothing going on in there.
Okay, this one isn't about your thing. We're gonna go back to that. But do you have any irrational fears?
Irrational fears. I don't think it's completely irrational, but I've never been overly keen on fire.
On fire?
Like, fire has always just freaked me the fuck out. So scary. Like, if there's... I can watch any kind of scary movie. I can watch people getting cut up. I can watch people getting tortured. But as soon as someone is on fire, I can't watch it. It just really freaks me the fuck out.
So what happens if someone, like, lights a match by you?
Then that's fine, as long as it's not in front of my face. Like, I struggle with lighters as well. Like, I've got a little mini lighter that's sort of like, a stick kind of thing, which is kind of ideal because it's easier to get it inside the little bong, like, because I normally smoke just using a bong, but using a normal lighter I can't do it because the fire is too close to my skin and I can't deal with it.
Alright.
So scary.
Alright, next topic. Why did a hobo shit on a bus?
Oh my fucking fucking god. Why? I don't know. I don't know why he shat on the bus.
Were you there when he shat on the bus?
Oh my god. No. I was just on my way to work, just listening to my music, staring out the window, stop at one of the bus stops. This fucking homeless man runs on the bus, goes to the back of the bus, does a shit, and then runs off. It was crazy.
He ran on, did it, and ran off like a prank.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like if he ran off and then like kind of shouted like "Ha! Prank!" which was really funny, but disgusting, but funny. But he just ran off and just kept running down the street, and I'm just like, I need to move out of this place like, now. Because that isn't even the first time that someone's done a shit on a bus when I've been on it.
Are they doing it because you're on there, or is it?
I don't know.
Like, she's on the bus again, let's go shit on it.
The other time that it happened, it was a bunch of school kids. They were just like at the back of the bus, and like it was a group of 13, 14-year-old guys, and one of them dared one of them to like do a shit on the back of the bus, and he did it. It was so stupid.
What kind of weird dare is that?
I don't know. Honestly, my area is so strange.
Especially if the rest of you have to continue to sit on the bus until you get to your stop. Now you have
I got off the bus that time because I was still about like 20 minutes away from home, and I thought I'm not going to sit that out. Whereas when the hobo was on the bus, I was only about 5 minutes away. I could deal with that.
That's just that you live in a weird place.
Oh yeah, I do. I seriously do.
I'm gonna hit you with this next one, rapid fire. Dumb tweets.
Okay.
The smell of your
Dumb
dad's
tweet.
colon.
Yeah, that was just me finding some really stupid tweets that people had put up, and one of them was just a bunch of people who had been obviously trying to talk about men's cologne, but instead of typing cologne, they were typing colons. They're just like, oh, I love the smell of like my boyfriend's colon. It's like, well, each to their own, I guess, but...
Oh, that cleared up a lot, because from that title, I thought it was dumb tweets that you posted.
Oh no, oh god, I could do a whole section on that though. I used to have this old Twitter account where I was just a shit posting 14-year-old, and it was really cringy. I would just talk about bums a lot, and a lot of people found it funny.
Like, just, what? You talk about bums a lot?
Yeah, one of my tweets was just anus, just on its own. I thought it was hilarious.
That
And
is
apparently
funny.
so did my other prepubescent followers who had no sense of humour.
I think that's funny right now. I
mean, if I tried to recreate that Twitter account, I would probably get much more of a following than I do on my YouTube, because I did before. But then I closed the account because I got into a very public argument with someone, and I felt really ashamed of myself, so I just deleted the account.
Was it an argument about butts?
No, it was actually a really, it was someone who I went to school with. It was a really personal argument that should not have been broadcasted over Twitter.
Terrible.
But-
That's how Twitter beef starts.
Yup. It wasn't just Twitter beef, it was school beef as well. I hated school so much. And it was, mostly my fault, because I would just start beef with people on Twitter because I was edgy.
Well, since we're gonna jump right from Twitter to Tumblr, why does Tumblr scare you?
Tumblr scares me because people are so fucking delusional on there. They're literally like another species, although, funnily enough, half of them believe that they should be a different species, because half of them believe they're like fucking cartoon characters, and most of them are wolves or dragons. It's just so crazy, that these people actually exist in the world, and that terrifies me. That people are so delusional, and half of them are on Tumblr.
Well, now that you brought that up, I have another question. What do you think about furries?
Furries. I'm fine with furries. I've got a couple friends who are furries. I don't really agree with the whole making fursuits just so you can have sex in them kind of thing, but I know that that's not all furries are about. I actually once got really high and decided to go to a fur meet, and people were quite nice there, so...
Seems like a lot of your stories start with you getting really high first.
Honestly, yeah.
Maybe that's why you get in so much trouble.
Yeah, to be fair, but at the same time I wouldn't have met half the people that I'm really good friends with now if it wasn't for the good old wacky backy, so...
And you probably wouldn't have such great stories.
Exactly, it's like all about making memories, provided that you can remember them.
Okay, now this one got it got the most views out of your first 8 videos. It's I'm Coming Out.
I'm Coming Out, oh boy. That video was a satire video where I was basically pretending to be someone on Tumblr who was identifying as something other than human. So I came out as a snail, and that I was actually a real snail sliding across the keyboard, that I wasn't actually a person at all, that I wasn't female, that my gender itself was just gender, and my pronouns were pronoun, and pronouns. And this all started off on my old DeviantArt account. I made a post basically saying the exact same thing, pretending that I was coming out, and it was scary because a lot of people took me seriously. So I thought, I'll do it in a YouTube video because then I think that'll be easier for people to tell that I'm just taking the piss, and that I'm not actually identifying as a snail.
Alright, now, here's the big one. Your opinion. And you used emoji on here. Your opinion of fuckboys.
Fuckboys are some of the stupidest people in the world, but also some of the most entertaining people in the world. I've sort of come to accept them more and more, not necessarily because I like them, because I don't, but more it's free entertainment, really. Just seeing how fuckboys act, and how they all literally use the same methods to try and pick up girls, and they just fail every time. And if someone in the neighbourhood is a fuckboy, everybody knows that they're a fuckboy, but they seem to be under the impression that no one knows that they're a fuckboy.
I'm trying to count how many times you said fuckboy in one sentence.
Sorry.
It's just a sentence
it's
of
just
fuckboy.
a fun word to say as well.
It really is.
Fuckboy.
It rolls right off the tongue.
It does. It's such a great word.
Now, I was looking, and your most viewed video on your channel with 11,000 views. I'm kind of jealous of that number. Is your very first episode of Drug Puppets.
Hey, Drug Puppet.
And what's funny about it, I don't know if you did this on purpose or not, but the run time of that video is 420.
That was completely unintentional, but the fact that it was at 420 was just brilliant. That's the first thing I said to my friends when I showed them the video. Because, like, I'm old school. I do all my editing on Windows Movie Maker because I'm not trying to make decent quality videos necessarily. I kind of want them to be a little bit shitty. I was showing them, they were all looking over my shoulder, and I was like, do you know the funniest thing about this video that we've just made? And they're like, what? Like, it's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I was just finding it hilarious. But no, it was completely unintentional.
That is the best coincidence
I did not
in
mean
the
for
world.
that to happen.
That is the best coincidence in the world.
It really is.
Now later I'm gonna have to watch that.
I mean, it's just go into it with an open mind.
My mind's always open. about everything.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd video.
Hey, I've made my own share of odd videos, so I can't judge.
But I mean, this is really weird. This is me and 3 of my mates just holding up our fingers, making these puppets do drugs. It's a bit weird.
Like, I don't know if you checked out any of my videos, but they get some of them.
I've seen a couple.
Some of them are a little weird. There.
I mean, you've got to make some videos that are a little bit out of the ordinary because that's what catches people's attention.
Yeah. Apparently your drug puppets caught a lot of people's attention.
But the second one didn't, which was a little bit, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not too fussed about it. Like, I wanted to do it because it was just a fun little thing that I could do with my friends, but I think a lot of people who saw the first one, I don't think that they necessarily subscribed to me because of that video. And, like, where I don't have such a big following compared to the people who have got over 100,000 subscribers and such, even if they did subscribe to me because of drug puppets, I wouldn't have necessarily come up in their suggested videos. Which kind of sucks, but
I'll tell you from first.
I mean, it is what it is.
From first glance of the second one, I'm gonna tell you my first problem I see with it. It's not 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, the second one's a bit weird because the person who played one of the puppets couldn't actually be in that video, and it was like the main guy, so it was a different person in the video as well. And at the time, we didn't know the guy very well. He literally, but it was quite funny. I don't know if you know the app called Whisper.
Yeah.
Like, where you can make anonymous confessions, but also talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
The person who played Benji the Bee in the second Drug Puppets was a dude who none of us had ever met before. I just invited him over, met him on Whisper. I was like, hey, I need someone to help me do this video about puppets doing drugs. Is anyone up to come around my house and help out? And he came over and he wasn't dodgy or anything. It was just he didn't know us. So when I was like, okay, so you're this bee who's doing cocaine, and he's like, okay. I think I kind of threw him off a little bit. So I mean, it's different now. Like, we're all friends now, so it's good. But it may have alarmed him a little bit.
That scenario seemed risky for everyone involved.
Yeah, it did. But at the same time, like, there was more of us. Yeah. There was one of him.
And then he came over there, and you guys were like, okay, we're going to make you make this bee puppet snort coke.
Basically, yeah.
Like, what did I just walk into? And then there's more of you, so you could force me to do it.
Yeah, but overall it was a pretty good day, and we all made a new friend out of it, so...
That's just another one of your weird scenarios.
There's a lot.
Did you get high first before you did that?
No, actually, I was completely sober.
So, when did you start YouTube? Like, your first channel?
My first channel.
Your first video ever made that you posted on YouTube?
Oh, well, that video doesn't exist anymore because that whole channel doesn't exist anymore, and thank God for that as well, because it was a bit tragic.
Was it cringy?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Was it little?
Can't even remember what kind of videos I made. I think I just sort of grabbed my camera and sort of ran around and went crazy with it. I must have been about 12, so about 8 years ago. That was my first channel, and then a couple of years later I made a second one. Like, I used to use FL Studio quite a bit, and made music, and I'd upload like songs that I'd made and stuff on that channel. But it's just something that I lost interest in, I lost motivation in. I just didn't really feel like making music was my thing anymore, so I deleted all the videos off that channel, and a couple years later moved on to Salty Snail, so that's where I'm at now.
Can you sing?
I can't sing. Well, I can sing, just really badly. But I'd make like sort of EDM, dubstep, techno kind of music.
Here's another question. How did you feel when you reached 2,000 subscribers?
I thought, what the fuck are 2,000 people doing with their lives watching my videos? That was my first initial thought, but at the same time I was like, oh wow, this channel's potentially going somewhere, but I don't upload enough for it to keep on growing like that, which is a shame because I was doing so well at the beginning of the channel.
Stop watching Netflix.
And I mean, I still could, but
you still have time. They're still there. All 2,000 of them are still there.
Yeah, no, that's true. I am losing subscribers every day though, because they're not active on my channel, and YouTube automatically like removes inactive subs like from time to time. So if I want to continue to gain subscribers, I've got to make another Drug Puppets or another Eugenia Cooney video, like something that's going to get people's attention.
I completely blanked on my next question. It's in my head. Oh, do you do any special promoting for your channel?
What as in like promoting it on outside sites or like Google AdWords kind of thing?
Yeah, like how do you promote your channel?
Whenever I've got a new video out, I'll post it on my Instagram, I'll post it on the Salty Snail Facebook page, on my Snapchat, and then I have tried out Google AdWords before, but I don't really make enough money to put in the numbers that I would ideally want to reach, and I prefer to reach my viewers naturally anyway. So that's how I promote my channel, really.
Well, when this comes out, make sure you promote it.
Oh yeah, no, I will. 100% I will.
That way everybody can hear your poop story.
Oh yeah. A lot of my friends already know about that one. It would just be a little bit of a shock to the people who watch my videos who don't know me personally.
Yeah. So how long did it take you until you reached 2,000?
It took me oh god, I'm not actually too sure. I wanted to say about a year, but it couldn't have been about a year. It probably took me about 7 to 8 months, probably.
That's really fast.
About that? I'm not sure. It was about that.
That's a really fast growth, and you know what that means? That means that you're onto something. So stop watching Netflix and make more videos.
I need to actually stay at home and get videos filmed. The thing is that it's also quite hard for me to record because everyone is, like, when people are awake in my house, people are awake and there's background noise like crazy. So I can only really film when I'm home alone, which is very, very rare. And then when I'm not at home, I'm out with my friends, or I'm at my boyfriend's house, or I'm playing D&D, and you know, I've just got too many other things on to really like get my head down and get back into videos. But I'm hoping that I will manage to get my motivation and stuff back, because I've got video ideas. I've got like 2 videos filmed that just haven't been edited yet. I've got like so many ideas. Like my friends have been like requesting video ideas as well that I could just easily get on and do. It's just getting my family to shut up for like 20 minutes so I can record a video. It's actually much harder than it sounds.
At this moment, I'm going to give you a motivational words from none other than Shia LaBeouf himself.
Oh God.
Just do it.
Yeah, I need to. I need to just tell my parents to give me 20 minutes, complete silence, and then I'm happy that I can edit it, get it all done. I need to get my friends back together so that we can start filming more drug puppets, because that's actually so fun to film as well.
You can do it, because we need more Salty Snail videos in our life.
You really don't. You can definitely live without my videos, but...
You can't tell me how to live.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
If that's how I choose to live, damn it, let me live that way.
No, I'll definitely try and get back into it, because it's something that I've really enjoyed doing. I want to talk about more things that I've been up to and stuff, and like more like advice videos almost as well, because one of my friends, she has had a bit of a nasty breakup, and she wanted me to do a video on like how to get over someone.
You know, that's actually...
So that'll be like...
That's actually an idea I want to do for my podcast, but again, I have to finally find me a sidekick or whatnot to do my podcast with, because I'm like every Monday I'm gonna do my small YouTubers podcast, but then like other days of the week I want to have like different subjects for the podcast, and one of them I want is like an advice podcast where I give people advice. But
I'm brilliant with giving advice.
I want to have a second point of view in my advice giving, so it's just not me and my opinion. It's like me and somebody else giving two different opinions.
It's like sitting down with two therapists,
Exactly.
just being broadcast to the world.
Exactly. So
Kind of like Dr. Phil, but with less drama.
yeah, and a black guy.
Exactly. I mean, I'm more than happy to like help out and stuff. I mean, I'm free most Fridays. I know today's Saturday. It's a bit of a different day for me.
Hey,
I'm free most Fridays to like
fill out an
be
application.
side therapist.
Fill out this application, and then I will give you an interview, and we will see if I give you a call back.
Oh, sweet. That sounds pretty good. I mean, my friends call me, like, the therapist. Like, the group therapist.
Yeah, and plus you already said you have references now, because you have people who are asking you to give advice videos, so there you go.
Yeah. Plus, I've had a lot of crazy life experiences that have given me wisdom as well as funny stories. Like, I feel I'm a bit wiser from my dumb decisions.
Yeah, I think I already officially made a name for our show. It's called the Spade and Snail Show.
Spade Snail. Oh my god.
Or maybe even the Salty Spade Show.
Salty Spade, that works as well, actually. That works better, actually.
See, I'm just coming up with names.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. This is good teamwork and collaboration.
Yeah, I love to collab. Collabing's fun.
Collabing is pretty good.
And then it'll help you get off of Netflix.
Oh yeah, I do need to get off of Netflix, but that also means that I need to stop getting high.
Nah, you can keep doing that part.
Yeah.
That just
I
makes you.
couldn't stop doing that part.
That just makes you more creative.
I don't know if creative's the word. Finding everything hilarious, yes.
That sounds like creative to me. So, okay.
I mean, I guess Drug Puppets was half like the birth of a high thought. It would be concerning if I came up with it if I was sober.
Or would it be genius?
I mean, potentially. I wrote the script when I was sober. I actually wrote it while I was at my old job. And I just had the office to myself for a couple hours. And I thought, I came up with this idea last night. I really want to write it down, and now is the perfect chance for me to do so. So I just wrote it down. I was very, very glad that my workplace didn't have, like, software where they could, like, see what you're doing on your monitor. Because otherwise I would have been in deep shit for writing a fucking script about puppets doing drugs while I'm meant to be doing emails and stuff.
Did you ever have a weird job? Because all your jobs sound like super professional.
What do you mean by a weird job?
Like weird, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, because you got school teacher, assistant, and whatever you were doing in the office that day. Like, what?
Yeah, that job, I was doing digital marketing, so basically, I was paid to goof around on Facebook and Twitter for a company all day.
That just sounds important in the title.
Oh yeah, it sounds important, but then I spent the majority of my day just looking up memes because I had fuck all to do.
I'm trying to
That's the reality of it.
I'm trying to think of what would be a weird job. I don't. What is weird?
I mean, I sold weed from time to time a couple of years ago.
That's not really weird. That's just
But I can't really put drug dealer on my CV, so...
It's just criminal behavior.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put it on there, but I don't know what kind of response it would get.
I mean, if it was someone looking to buy drugs, then probably a good one. If I was applying for a job as like a police officer or something, probably won't really be in my favour so much.
That is true. You should just find employers who need weed.
Exactly. Oh my god, that could be like a business. Start up a business. Employers who need weed.
So, we have reached over our hour. Sad to say.
We have.
Yes. It doesn't even feel like we've been talking for an hour.
I know, it's like sort of... It's not seemed like very long to me because I took a bong hit before I actually...
You don't even know where
went on to this,
you don't even know where you are right now. This is another one of your stories that started off with, so I got high one day and ended up doing a podcast.
See, that's one I probably could talk about on my channel.
Yeah, so at this point of the show, I'm going to hand the mic over to you, and then you tell everybody where they can find you on all your social medias.
Okay, well, you can find me on YouTube, obviously, under Salty Snail. I think my profile picture is me looking like an emo kid. That was going to be a part of a gag for a video that I never actually ended up making, and I just forgot to change the profile picture back, so I should do that at some point.
It kind of looks like...
Salty Snail... What was that, sorry?
I was going to interrupt you real quick. Your profile picture kind of looks like you fell asleep while you were licking your finger.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, no, that is just me as an emo kid, because I was wearing the black wig and a beanie. Yeah, that was going to be a whole video that I never ended up doing. But, yeah, so that's my YouTube channel. On Facebook, Salty Snail. You can reach me on there as well. I'm really bad at posting on the Facebook, actually. From time to time, one of the other admins will post a couple memes, make people laugh a little bit, and I'll see it on their timeline and be like, hey, that's a good meme right there. My Twitter, again, I need to start using my Twitter a little bit more, but I think my handle is @itsazeni. And I have Snapchat and Instagram as well, which is just Zenny, which is ZEHNNY.
Alright, I will post the link to your channel down in my description so people can find you more easily.
Thank you.
And this is me signing off. It was nice having you on here, and I think that we have some plans for the future. After we get off here, we can discuss more.
Yeah, we'll start like naming our kids and stuff. Plans for the future.
But okay, on that note,
No.
I will catch you all on the flip side, 'cause I'm out.